Hello there.
Hi.
I see. I told you.
I was like, in my head, I was going to do like, BuzzFeed Unsolved, whenever they do do you watch BuzzFeed Unsolved?
Sometimes I don't know what.
When they do the Q&A ones, Shane does this thing where he just sort of stares off into the distance as Brian's
Oh,
introducing it.
yes. I know. But you're getting. I told you you're getting quieter. At one point, I'm not even gonna hear you. You're just gonna be like.
Well, you already know about my morning, so I'm slightly tired.
That's fine. That's fine. How are you, Katie?
I'm all right. I'm a little bit coldy still. I mean, I'm feeling better than I was a couple of days ago, but I still, I can still feel it a little bit. But
Yeah.
I'm getting there. I'm fine.
Good.
I'm surviving. How are you?
It's going. It's going. First of all, it's usual, and yeah, all right, I guess. I don't know. We are officially
This
time.
is our first episode of 2021, isn't it? Technically,
it is
not 2021 yet.
No, not in here. We are time traveling. But Happy New Year! Yay!
Yay! It feels very weird to say.
We kind of have to. But
I hope it's already better than this year.
Fingers crossed. All I can say is Look, to be perfectly honest, I am just gonna be happy if it's just 30% better than this year was, because I know it's gonna be a slow process going back to normal. So if it's just 30%, 50 is fine. 55?
50 is fine. 50 would be amazing. That's where the bar is right now. If we got to 50% more normal, it'd be like, Jesus Christ, we've made it.
We've made it. I mean, I'm when we are recording this is still 2020. I'm still waiting for an alien invasion because there's still a few days left, so you never know.
Yeah.
But, let's hope not. Let's hope not. Do you want to introduce our lovely podcast?
Oh, yeah, that bit I forgot again.
It's
as
fine.
I usually do.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to All the Films We Judged Before. I am Katie, and that is the amazing Lily Kay.
You have to stop doing that. Because I get like, oh my god, I'm blushing. You can't see because my light is very light, so I'm not Troy Baker before I forget to say it. And then thank you, but if you're gonna do this, I have to go back and be that is the wonderful, the most special, the greatest Katie.
Oh,
and then we're on the same page.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Okay. You can't just give out compliments like this.
I think I can, and I think I will.
Oh my god, Katie.
I'm a menace.
How dare you? I think before we get into our topic, we can safely say that we had a pretty good first season, because now we are at season 2.
Yeah, I guess you could call it season. Again, the season 1 was just at the end of 2020, and now we're in season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Nothing's changing.
No.
No. Nothing's changing.
I mean, I
the
do
exact
have
same podcast.
I do have a fringe.
You do have a fringe, that's true. And I straightened my hair, so apparently something's changed.
Something's changed. I have a new camera. I don't know if you guys can tell, but we are putting money into this. Duh.
Got nothing else to do with my time.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was our friend MSG who said that we are started at the right time, and we are still going strong, because I think the first half of 2021 is probably going to be similar to 2020. So hopefully our listeners are sticking with us and listening to our.
Maybe by my birthday things will be better.
I know that your birthday is far away, so I'm like,
it's in June.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, but let's hope for the best. And I can safely say that I really enjoyed doing season 1 with you, and I
Always.
I know that we have some surprises for season 2. We have Faces who will come back. One of our biggest 10, Tineth, is coming back at one point.
He's thrilled.
He is very, very thrilled. He cannot shut up about it. So be prepared, guys. Be prepared. We're going to talk about animated movies with him. So he's like,
I nearly killed him the other day by accident because in our Q&A episode we talked about I believe we talked about what I refer to as the Mexico filter.
Oh yes.
On TV where it's just they make it yellow.
Yes.
And I sent him a screenshot of what it looks like in Graceland, and he went, "I need my inhaler. I can't breathe." And no, then it breathe. It's really bad, you guys. I'm just saying, it's really bad. It's just yellow.
It is. It's weird. Still,
I love that show very dearly, but it's bad.
True that. And then we're gonna have new faces popping up. Billy is still working on it. That's me. I'm referring to myself. But you know,
she's just over there. You know.
Hello. And then just new exciting things coming around. And before we get into our topic, which I am very excited about, we cannot get by the fact that Disney just announced a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah,
a bunch of stuff. So
right. Disney announcements. I don't have all of them in front of me, so now I'm going to look them all up so we can talk about it properly.
Yes, please. So as you guys may know, they did announce that they're going to be focusing more on their Disney Plus and TV stuff because of the whole pandemic situation. We're still going to get movies coming to the cinemas whenever they reopen. Hopefully they will reopen. But the TV scene for Disney is insane. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yeah, it's nuts. I'm just looking at this list, and there's a couple of things in here that I didn't hear about, which I'm quite like. There's they've got a Beauty and the Beast thing with Luke Evans and Josh Gad that's going to have music composed
I didn't
by
know that.
Alan Menken.
What?
Ron Moore and John M. Cho are reimagining Swiss Family Robinson, and they're developing a new Percy Jackson movie.
Oh, I knew about the Percy Jackson one. I didn't know about
that one.
You didn't know? It was like a big news because, you know, obviously
I missed a lot of the stuff when that stuff was coming out because I was watching the Game Awards, and it was literally I was getting a bunch of information from the Game Awards, and then there was all this other stuff coming out, and I'm like, I can't look at both of these at the same time. My brain is going to actually explode.
Fair deal.
But I was like, I'm not looking at the Disney stuff. I'll look at it later. I was sitting there waiting for Dragon Age news, and I'm like, I can't look at this right now. And I got my Dragon Age news.
Oh yes, it was fantastic. Dragon Age and the first again, Mass Effect, and it's like
that really surprised me. Like I really wasn't expecting that one.
Oh, me neither. I was like
either, but it was because I was not paying attention. I was looking at the Disney stuff on my phone actually, because I was like, everything's basically finished now. I'm kind of switched off a little bit, and I was scrolling through Twitter, and I look up and I suddenly see Liara holding the N7 on Shepard's helmet, and I was like, wait, what?
It warmed my heart, so I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
is that Liara?
And do you remember that I told you that I saw concept art that hints?
You did.
I was like,
you did.
Fuck, I was right.
You called it.
I called it. I was like, oh my god, because when they finished Mass Effect with that fucking horrible ending to 3, I am staying with that because I was really, really angry.
I know. Everybody does.
Horrible. I was like,
and which color would you like your explosion to be?
Fuck me. It was always like, for me it was an easy choice because I always went for the best possible ending, which is Shepard takes a breath at the very end after they show the crew being on another planet.
I honestly don't know the specifics of any of the other endings. The ending I got was that I had her kind of assimilate with the Reapers so that they could fix everything.
I never did that. I was like, nope. No, I need Shepard to be alive. I need a tiny bit of hope in there.
I didn't know that there was a way to do that. Like, I literally had no idea.
You didn't know?
I don't know, because I've only played through the game once, and
oh really?
Yeah, I need to go back through it and play it again.
I mean, it's coming out. It's coming out again.
Oh, that's true. I could play more on my PlayStation.
I am waiting for that. I was like,
I'm a bit
Yes.
disappointed it's not coming out on Switch though, because I already wanted to get people, my friends who only have a Switch, to get it, because I'm like, you have to play Mass Effect.
Fair deal. Fair deal. But I'm gonna get that. That's on my list. I need that in my life. Like I
Yeah.
love Mass Effect. Like it's huge in my story. So I need my Shepard back. I need my crew back. I love those. Ah! Oh my god! I am so excited. I'm just like, come on, bring it back now.
Did we ever talk about the day, because that when that got announced, it was N7 day. But
Yes.
it was also the same day that it was announced that Biden won the election.
I think
I found out both of these things within maybe 5 minutes of each other. I saw the trailer, and then after I finished watching the trailer, I reloaded my feed, and it was everybody being like, Biden just won the election. And I was like, today is just great.
Yes, it was Shepard.
About today is just amazing.
Shepard brought the win that we all needed. There you go.
Yeah.
Save the galaxy again. Well, all word
bless
in it. God bless her. But yeah, so yeah, very exciting stuff happening for the gaming world. I will say
back to Disney.
Yes, before we go back, one thing I will say. I did see the ARC trailer, and I saw that a lot of people were freaked out because Vin Diesel is in there. And I'm just gonna put this out there that Vin Diesel was already in 2 games, which both are amazing, and I really, really love them. And these are the Riddick games that he did.
Which ones?
Riddick.
I don't know those ones.
You didn't know them? It's for so basically he has the movie Pitch Black, and then the Chronicles of Riddick and Riddick again. It's you know, the whole series. That's my favorite character from Vin Diesel. I love those movies. I think he's amazing in it, and they made 2 Riddick games, and they were both amazing. So you know, I wouldn't.
I'm not against Vin Diesel being in a video game.
Yes.
Don't really care about that. It's the fact that it's so very specifically his face, but it does not look like they did like actual motion capture or you know, full body performance capture for it. It looks like they did his facial stuff separate to any of the animation that went for his body. It just looks wrong. Like,
I didn't even notice that. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks really kind of janky, and like because it is his face, but it looks like they literally just took his face and put it on like some kind of animated body, and it's like, oh, this feels a bit weird.
You know what? I didn't even notice
a bit weird.
That. I was just focusing on that it's Vin Diesel, and for some reason everyone was freaked out. But I'm like,
yeah, I think it's just, I think because we were on a Zoom call at the time, myself and a bunch of other people in the Relator watching the Game Awards, and we were just sitting there going, why does this look so weird? The thing about it is so kind of off. It's like had that pure uncanny valley kind of essence to it, where it's like something about this, it doesn't seem right.
I mean, I've never played Ark.
No, neither have I.
I've only watched Des Black play with it. And I'm not
I know nothing about it.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the animation is not the strong part of these games. I feel like, so I'm kind of not surprised. Oh well, that's know. Whatever. Disney. Let's get back to Disney.
I'm looking. We've got the FX stuff is all very interesting. They've got yet another season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
What a surprise.
I'm sure a lot of people are very excited about.
Yes.
The thing I sent to you immediately after I saw it was that they're developing an Alien series, which is being developed by Noah Hawley, who I love very much. I think is brilliant. And I have a feeling that you and I are both going to find something that we're going to enjoy out of this.
Oh my god. My heart skipped a beat because I was actually, by that point, I was asleep. And I woke up to the Disney news and everything. And I woke up to your message. And I was like, oh, okay, someone sent me a message. And I looked at it and my eyes were like, oh, is it? Because days before that, they announced an Alien comic series from Marvel. Right. And I was like, oh, you must be just sending the same thing to me. But then I read it and I was like,
nah, new news. New news.
Oh my god. I am so sorry. I'm still a bit bummed out about the fact because I was really trusting Disney that they will get Neil Blomkamp back to do the Alien film that he was planning to do because before fucking Ridley Scott went all jealous and fucking asshole. Sorry, I'm still pissed off about that, but you know,
I'm just thinking we've talked about this a couple of times, so we don't need to go over it again.
Yes. But I was trusting Disney to do that. They might still do it. I'm not, it's still a possibility. But a series, come on, I'm all in. I'm
Yeah,
all
I
in.
mean, like, and I've said I love Noah Hawley. The first season of Legion, I think, is absolutely batshit and just brilliant. So I'm excited to see what he does with it, because if he does anything that's close to what he did with Legion, then it's going to be insane, like literally insane.
Yep.
Which is fun. There's a couple of things, something about the Stones, about the Rolling Stones, something about Shogun set in feudal Japan, which is a whole thing. I think I like hearing about the FX stuff because, TV, my thing.
Yes.
But then you get all the many things they announced from Lucasfilm and all the Star Wars stuff, which I know you're way more excited about. It was very funny. Before this happened, I was having a conversation with producer Tom about how I've got complete Star Wars fatigue, basically, where I'm like, I really don't care. Every time they're like, oh, look, there's more Star Wars stuff, I'm like, I'm not all that fussed about it anymore. I just kind of want it to go away for a while so that it can come back and be like new and exciting again. I know I'm ignoring your face right now, but I will say that seeing all the stuff that they came out with when it came to the series, I was like, okay, you've got me slightly more interested again. Because mostly it was the Lando, the announcement of the Lando series, which I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm into that. That sounds fun. And Lando's obviously such an interesting and cool character. It would be
But
nice to see.
they have to bring back Donald Glover to play Lando again, because
I would be interested to see if Donald Glover wants to do. I mean, I guess he does do television because he makes Atlanta and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's an interesting creative. I'm never quite sure what it is that he wants to do with his career.
Yeah.
He always wants to do something new and interesting. So I don't know if he.
Indeed.
I mean, he would be an absolutely perfect choice, obviously.
He was perfect in Solo, so I really hope that they're gonna bring him back, because he would be the obvious choice. And he already did great as Lando, so
yeah,
please.
I mean, it all makes sense.
It does. I am excited about 3 things. Well, all of them, to be fair. All of them are like, oh, heaven. But obviously, I lost my shit. Although I was kind of knew that it was coming, that Ahsoka Tano is now, it's official. Rosario Dawson is coming back as Ahsoka, and we're going to go on her journey. And I just cannot wait. There are so many things in there that can happen. And obviously, people like myself who watched Clone Wars and the Rebel series know that that big drop at the end of her episode in The Mandalorian was like, oh my god, we are going there. Like, it's just excitement upon excitement upon excitement, and Rosario is fucking amazing as Ahsoka. Like, she was actually a fan pick as well.
Yeah.
Like, way before they did her casting, everyone was like, Rosario should play Ahsoka, and then Disney just listened, and what a great choice. And I just cannot wait for that series to arrive. I am hoping that since they announced that our very own Hayden Christensen is coming back as Darth Vader.
Yes, that was the other thing. Yeah.
That's
quite fun.
In the Cannabis series, I am hoping that he's gonna appear in Ahsoka as well. Maybe in flashback or something like that, because I could see that happening. It would be very, very interesting to see that, but we don't know any specifics, obviously, at this point, but there are so many things that they can do. And seeing The Mandalorian, I just wrote a huge article about it, actually. I have all the hope for these shows at the moment. I'm like, you guys, for now, like, you brought in Jon Favreau, and then Dave Filoni, who was the original creator for Clone Wars and Rebels, is back in action with Ahsoka. So I'm like, yes. And the Bad Batch, that's my third one that I am very, very excited about, which is gonna be their other animated series, and we already saw them in Clone Wars season 7, so they are just now gonna get their own series, which is very, very exciting, and I cannot wait.
I'm quite excited for Patty Jenkins to take over and direct a Star Wars movie, because I love Patty Jenkins.
Yes.
She's doing Rogue Squadron. I don't know what it's going to be about, but it's a Star Wars movie with a female director. Kind of the whole thing is very exciting, especially as it's Patty Jenkins, who has done amazing things with Wonder Woman.
Yes.
So that will be fun, and obviously the fact that they're giving Taika Waititi quite so much like stuff to do. Like, I feel like if you're gonna give it to anybody, giving it to Taika Waititi is an excellent choice.
It's an excellent choice. Come on.
I'm like, yes, let him do franchise stuff because he's so good with it.
He's amazing.
Thor Ragnarok was so good.
Rock and roll, baby. Come on. He's just awesome. And you know, he can always find a balance between being very funny and being dramatic, and I love that. I love that in Taika.
He's very good at that sort of thing.
It's very, very good.
The other thing that I think is quite interesting is that they're adapting a book called Children of Blood and Bone, which I have heard bits and pieces about. Like, every so often I will go into a bookshop, and it's one of the ones that I see on the shelf every so often. I'm like, maybe I should try and read that. And I've heard nothing but incredible things about as a novel. And apparently they're adapting that. I hope that they give it to the right people to adapt, because I think it's clearly a novel that means a lot to a lot of people. So I want them to, you know, I think it's going to be, if they're going to try and expand their kind of diversity quota, which is a term I feel a bit iffy about saying, but I mean, like, it's one of those things where it's like you need to be giving this to somebody who understands the material on a very personal and deep level, I think.
Yeah.
So I hope that they do that.
Oh, come on, but you know, look at their stuff that they announced. They are already on that road, which I fucking love. Like, you know, there are.
I don't trust companies like this to always make the best decisions, so I have to kind of sit there going, please don't fuck this up. Don't fuck it up. Make a good decision right now.
There will always be hiccups. I mean, everywhere. But I already see that they are trying really hard. Like, they announced that co-production that they're gonna do with that African studio, which I forgot the name of. But if you are checking it now, it should be there. They already showed.
I haven't seen anything, but I don't know.
It was a completely new thing, but
I might not be down there. I might not be there yet.
Yeah, I just don't remember the company's name, but I was like, yes, baby. And then obviously, like, the whole bunch of things that they announced is like, okay, we are definitely getting somewhere with this, and we are getting to the good stuff, which I already said that I was kind of hoping that it's already coming and happening, and it looks like it does. Obviously, we have to wait and see for ourselves
what they do.
Yeah. But I am very, very hopeful, and that book is I ordered it. It was like 2 years ago now at this point. And I read it within a day because it was so good. I couldn't put it down. I was like, I was laying down and sitting in different positions, but I was taking it everywhere, and I was like, I need to know. I need to know. Just keep on going. And then by the time I was like, it was almost midnight, and I was like, oh my god, I finished it within a day, which never happened with any book. I was like, oh, this was so good. And ever since that day, I was just waiting for an announcement that they're gonna make it into either a series or a movie. And then when they did, now I was like, oh my god, yes, just don't fuck it up. Just that's my only wish. Just, you know, give it to the right people, and then just make sure that it's beautifully done. But I have hope. I trust Disney. I always say this, and I keep gonna saying it because you know, they already announced things that are like just warming the soul. It's just like, I love you guys. And then I want to talk about the Marvel properties.
Okay, I will skip over because I just got to the sort of movie motion picture sort of bit where we've got Hocus Pocus 2, the reboots of Three Men and a Baby.
Oh my god, and that was like, you know, that wasn't a big surprise because they were already like,
wait, hang on, they're doing another Cheaper by the Dozen?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. I am see, that one I am upset with because once I read it into it more, it's not gonna be Steve Martin coming back or anyone from the original
cast.
The point? And then I was like, what's the point then? I don't like it.
I loved Cheaper by the Dozen as a kid. I really love those movies.
Yes.
a lot as a kid. They don't make movies like with that kind of those sort of slightly zany big family romps.
Yep.
I feel like we don't get as much anymore.
Nope.
Which is not to say that you need to be remaking Cheaper by the Dozen, because you don't.
Yeah, I was not happy because of the casting on that part. I was like, I think that was one of the things that was like, no.
Okay, sure. But there is obviously what you're incredibly excited about, which is the new Sister Act movie.
Oh my god, I cannot wait. I am like, when I saw that, I was like, Jesus
I gasp.
Whoopi is coming back, and I love the Sister Act movies. They were always my gem. So I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like fun. But then you've got Chip and Dale, which is a live hybrid live action animated film with John Mulaney and Andy Samberg, and I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I'm already in.
Yeah. I mean,
I love two people that I absolutely adore. So let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's roll with it. I don't mind. The other thing I am very excited about coming straight to Disney Plus is Disenchantment, because that is the continuation of Enchanted.
Of Enchanted?
Yes.
I'm just looking at it right now.
Yeah,
oh my god.
And Amy Adams is coming back, and
hell yeah, I love that movie.
I cannot wait, honestly. I love that movie so much. I remember that it was such a big surprise.
It's such a great film.
It is. So I'm like, it was, once again, that was something that was, never gossip about it, that they're gonna do it and it's gonna come back. But now that they actually announced it and it's coming in 2021, I was like, yes!
Fast.
Yes!
We've got Pinocchio, which apparently is gonna have Tom Hanks in it.
That's the only reason I am excited about it. I'm not gonna lie.
And then Peter Pan and Wendy with Jude Law as Captain Hook.
Yes.
And somebody named I'm gonna fuck this name up. Shara Shahidi as Yara Shahidi. I'm not familiar with her, but she's playing Tinkerbell apparently.
Indeed.
That's gonna be fun.
Which is also fun.
I'm sure everybody's really excited about Diary of a Wimpy Kid and the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild.
Yeah, sure. I guess.
And apparently there's a new night of a new museum, so that's interesting. They're apparently developing that.
Yeah.
There's mentions of Jungle Cruise, Cruella, The Lion King, the prequel one that's going to be done by Barry Jenkins, which I'm actually quite interested in.
Yeah, me too.
And obviously The Little Mermaid. They've got new pictures from Raya and the Last Dragon, which looks like it's going to be interesting.
Oh my god, that one again. I cannot wait for that one. I'm like, oh, just bring it in, just quickly.
Bunch of Disney animated series. We've got Baymax, Zootopia Plus.
Baymax. I am the most excited about Baymax because I think Big Hero 6 is so underrated.
Big Hero 6 needed more love, I think. It's such a rich world that they could have done way more stuff with, so I'm excited to see what they kind of give to it.
I cannot wait for Baymax. I need that.
I'm just interested in the naming of Zootopia Plus.
Yes, that sounds interesting.
I don't know what that's meant to be, but there you go. And then you've got Tiana and Moana, who are both...
Yes! Oh my god, when I saw those two, I was like, yes!
I found the thing you were talking about. I won't know how to pronounce this word.
I don't know either, but I will leave it up to you because I don't see it.
No, I will actively fuck it up, but it is in collaboration with Pan-African comic book entertainment company Kujali.
There it is.
I think
there it is.
Say it.
There it is. Yes.
But the series is spelled IWA accented, JU accented.
I will put it on the screen.
I don't. Yeah, I will put it up on the screen. I don't want to completely butcher what is probably a beautiful language. And then you got a bunch of stuff from Pixar where they've got.
Oh, Pixar is going to do TV shows. I was like, that's a new thing.
Series. They've got the Lightyear series, which is going to be interesting with Chris Evans, who we were talking about before we started.
No, that's going to be a movie.
No, I thought it was a series.
It's going to be a movie.
No, it's a movie.
Yeah,
not bad.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
My baby is coming in.
Definitive origin story that inspired the toy. So it's about the actual Lightyear.
The actual person, yes.
The actual Buzz Lightyear, which I think will be fun.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
And probably kind of a convoluted way that means that they don't have to hire Tim Allen to be in anything ever again.
Yep. I mean,
Tim Allen.
Yeah. He could still have a cameo or something. God knows. But that sounds interesting. I love Pixar movies other than the Cars. That's a train wreck.
Fun fact: they're doing another Disney Plus series about cars.
I know. I saw that when I was like, but yes. What else is there before we jump into Marvel? Because I want to talk about Marvel.
Just a lot more stuff. Like we've got a movie called Turning Red, which they don't explain what Turning Red is, which is Turning Red is the one about a giant red panda.
Yes,
a girl who turns into a giant red panda, which sounds very Pixar and fun.
Yeah. For a second there, I was like, oh wait, I don't remember. Oh yeah, got it.
Original feature film Luca, which is about friendship between a boy named Luca and his best friend Alberto during an unforgettable summer.
Yes.
I don't know what that's about, but it's Pixar, so it's probably going to make us cry.
Yep, 100%.
Up spin-off Doug Days, which sounds like a great time.
Squirrel.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think that's a lot of, and then we get into the Marvel stuff.
Yes, I want to talk about that so much. Oh my god. Do you want
to start? Because I'm just sort of poking through. So
yes, I will start. It's so good. It's so good. We're gonna get so many TV shows and we got trailers, guys. We got trailers, and I'm like, yes. So we now know that WandaVision is coming in January, which is fantastic. Yep. I cannot wait for that series. And then we're gonna get the Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming in March. I remember correctly.
I think it's March, and then I think Loki's out in May.
Loki is May, yes. I remember that Loki is May because there's no date on it. It just says May.
It's just May.
So God knows what that means. But we got trailers.
It means May.
I know it means May. Come on. But we got trailers for both of them. We obviously already seen WandaVision's trailer, which is fucking awesome. But also, I'm just gonna highlight two things that I enjoyed in both trailers. The Falcon's fly in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Oh my god, that was like I had goosebumps while I was watching it. I was like, oh Jesus Christ, this is so good. And I loved their usual banter at the end that they put in there. Like, that's such a Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie thing to do, because if you search for them on YouTube, their interviews are hilarious. I love these two together, and I think they're gonna work together so freaking well. I cannot wait for it to come out.
God, I hate you.
In Loki, there were a lot of revelations.
Can I point my favorite bit out about the trailer, which is the only thing I can't stop thinking about?
Yes.
Apparently, Loki is DB Cooper.
He is.
I'm like that. This is my new favorite theory on like what happened to DB Cooper is that it's Loki.
It's so cool. I couldn't stop smiling about it. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say that I do not like the short hair. It's not Loki like.
Well, no, but it's very DB Cooper.
It is very DB Cooper. I know, but I don't appreciate it. And I'm just gonna say this. They still they keep fucking up Loki's wig.
That's his hair.
Is it?
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston grew out his hair for this one.
And it looks really weird. I'm sorry.
I think it's because it's his hair, but it's not as long as he has grown it out before.
I guess so. I don't know. But it's weird. Like, I'm referring to the end shot where he has his helmet on, and he has that really dark black hair.
What did you expect?
It might have been just me going like.
I think it's just because the way the helmet is on his head. I think it's also very obviously dyed.
Right? I don't know. It looked weird for me. I didn't like his hair in Ragnarok either. I was like, he looks like a hobo.
No, that was a wig.
Definitely. But in that trailer, I don't know how many people caught this, so I'm hoping I am revealing something for you guys. But there's a shot where it looks like it's Natasha Romanoff sitting on Vermeer in the trailer.
Say that again?
It's basically, it's just a really quick shot, so if you blink you'll miss it, kind of thing. But it's like a woman from behind, and short hair, and it looks like Natasha Romanoff.
Oh, okay.
It's like a very brief moment, but I was like, interesting. Like, you know, we are obviously in a new timeline and everything with this. Like, this is the Loki that we get from Endgame, where he escapes with the Tesseract. So, you know, it's not the Loki who died in Infinity War, so unceremoniously. It's the Loki from from Endgame.
That's me. It's still being annoyed about that.
I know, but me too. So it's not the slowly changing into good guy Loki. It's still our bad boy.
There are times I get frustrated with the idea that I think though throughout the course of portraying Loki on screen, there were a couple of directors who didn't understand that Loki was not really a villain in the sense that he was like he was antagonistic in a certain way, but like the whole point is that he's the god of mischief. Yep. He's not like he's not like a terrible evil entity. He just is mischievous, and I think that that is what I want to see really. I think more than anything else. I think Taika Waititi is really the one who nailed him.
It. Yeah.
Where I was like, that is the Loki that I love.
Yeah.
Right there.
100%. But I seeing the trailer, I have hope that they stepped on the right path with him. And you know, obviously Tom Hiddleston is just fucking amazing.
We love him.
And he loves this role so much, and you can tell. You can tell, like, you know, you just look at him. Come on.
Yeah.
I still go back to that Comic-Con scene that someone recorded when he stepped on the stage as Loki. And
do you know what's really funny about that?
Yes.
Months beforehand, I had a dream in which Loki turned up at a Comic-Con.
Oh!
And I remember seeing it happen, and I was like, I mean, it wasn't like the exact same or anything. Nowhere close.
Yeah.
Like the dream was very strange and all that because it was a dream. But I just remember waking up and going, this happened to me in a dream. I'm
saw the future.
A bit pathetic.
There you go. You saw the future, Katie.
Apparently.
Yeah. So yeah, I am very excited about this whole thing. And then I really like the What If trailer.
I actually haven't watched the What If trailer.
Oof,
I know I keep I don't really know very much about it, and I kind of don't. There's a part of me that kind of wants to continue to be a bit blind about it because I know the premise of it, but I feel like it might be interesting if I go in a bit sort of like, no, we're gonna get out of this, but okay.
Yeah. No, I feel ya. I didn't mind watching it because it doesn't reveal too much, I think.
No,
but it looks gorgeous. First of all, I really like the animation in there, and it looks very, very interesting. I read that a lot of people were like, yeah, I don't know if we need this, blah 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 blah. But I am excited for it. It's Marvel.
How many things could you look at and be like, I don't know if we need this. We don't really need any of it. Do we want it? Maybe.
Yeah. There you go. So that's gonna be something that's I am looking forward to. And then they announced Ironheart, which is
now that is exciting.
Which is the thing that I talked about. That it's a possibility that they're gonna bring. I'm gonna get her name wrong. Riri or I think it's Riri in the comics. If you find it, correct me if I said it wrong. But
I will find it.
So basically, they made a comic, Ironheart, same name. And you know, it's basically the person who's gonna be the new
Riri.
Yes, I'm so good.
Riri Williams.
There you go.
Name.
That's gonna take over after Tony in a way. She's super smart. She's a genius, and she's a teenager. I cannot wait for that to come out. I think they already cast who's gonna play Riri, but
yes, her name is Dominic Thorne.
There you go. And she's a newcomer. I did remember checking it, so I love that as well. I love that we are bringing in new faces. And then they also announced Miss Marvel, which is a fairly new thing in Marvel itself as well.
Yeah, there's already a little bit of like stuff around Miss Marvel with the casting and whatnot. I want to get this specifically right because she's meant to be a Muslim girl.
Yes.
The girl they cast is Christian. And the people are very sort of like, you had the opportunity to actually cast a Muslim actress and you didn't.
Oh, I didn't hear about this.
there was a couple of little bits and pieces where people were like, this casting is not exactly ideal, and we were a little displeased about it. I'm being nice in the way I'm presenting it because this was all on Twitter.
Yes.
But from what I saw, people were not entirely thrilled with the announcement of the casting. I don't know. I really don't know anything about it, but I can understand why people would be frustrated if they wanted to see like an actual Muslim woman play a Muslim, character on screen.
Yeah. No. I got it.
Would make perfect sense to me, but I don't know. I'm holding off any. It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't really think I can comment on this personally.
Me neither. I'm not gonna.
I defer to the people who know better than me. Really.
Yeah. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with that. It should be coming out just in 2022, if I am correct. So it's definitely not next year, I think. That was something that was like, it's...
Yeah, there's no real mention of a date for it, which is a bit of a pain on
so
this article.
It's probably not next year. Well, this year, 2021. We are in 2021. I have to remember that we time traveled. And then that was Miss Marvel, Ironheart. There's gonna be Don't Chiddle series, which was, what was the name?
Yes.
Because I cannot remember the
Why
name.
can't I see it on here? I feel like it should be like right there.
It should be there.
Armor Wars.
Thank you. Yes, that's gonna be series again. I think that's all the series from Marvel.
Well, so we've got Secret Invasion starring Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes. Oh my god, I am so excited for that one. Those two together, Samuel L. Jackson and get me the other. I keep forgetting his name.
Wait, I don't know who the other person is going to be in it. Because Samuel L. Jackson's the only one that's mentioned in the article.
Oh my god, I will tell you. Wait.
I'm waiting. Oh
my god.
I will say I will move on to a couple of other things while you're looking up, but there's also the Hawkeye series, which is currently filming.
Hawkeye, there you go.
Just mentioned the fact that Haley Steinfeld is playing Kate Bishop, which is very exciting.
Yes.
I also saw some set pictures that make it look like Hawkeye's wearing hearing aids, which means that we could be getting a deaf Hawkeye.
Maybe.
Which would be very exciting. There's the She-Hulk series. It's got Tatiana Maslany in it, who I love. I love. She's. Everybody knows that she's incredible after watching Orphan Black. I mean,
oh my god. And Mark Ruffalo is coming as Hulk in there, so that's very exciting.
Yes, and Tim Roth is going to be there. You've got the Moon Knight series, which they haven't officially announced Oscar Isaac being Moon Knight, but I really hope that they do.
Hopefully.
I just love Oscar Isaac, and then they've got the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Yes, I cannot wait for that, and it's James Gunn gonna be. Oh my god, I love James Gunn so much. And James, you know what I realized? I'm just gonna put this out there. In 2017, James Gunn said "Happy Birthday" to me. Just saying. I feel very fancy, special. I find it. So it's in Secret Invasion. It's gonna be Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn, who played Talos in Captain Marvel, and those two together are gonna work so well, and I cannot wait for them to be on screen again. And Secret Invasion is something that I already talked about, and I am a bit surprised that they're going to make it into a TV series, because there were a lot of speculations that it's going to be Marvel's new Phase main story, but I guess not. It's probably going to be the multiverse at this point, because we are already.
Honestly, considering the fact that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is getting so much attention, I'm guessing that's going to be very much the starting. Kind of.
Well, it's gonna be one. So it's as it was announced. It's so WandaVision, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man are all connected.
In a sort of thing, which sounds very interesting. I'm excited for what that means.
Oh my god! I love Marvel. I just gotta put it out there.
In terms of movies, you've obviously got all the information to do with Blade and Shang-Chi.
Yes.
And they just announced a new Ant-Man movie, which is called Quantumania, which I hope will be. I cannot wait. I feel like every Ant-Man movie is just kind of maybe go, because every time I think about it, I think about the fact that we could have gotten Edgar Wright to take on Ant-Man.
I know.
It makes me sad. But they're bringing Fantastic Four back for the third time, trying to make that into a thing.
But this time it's MCU. Come on.
And it's John Watts who's doing
It's
it, so
John
it's
Watts,
like
so that's
that
hope.
should be
That's
interesting.
I you know what? I never watched any of the Fantastic Four movies, and I'm
You're not
seeing
seeing
it.
the original?
Nope. And I
Wow.
am a Chris Evans fan, and I couldn't watch it. I'm like, nope. Mm-mm.
I think they're fun little movies, like because obviously it's like it's in that sort of X-Men
Mm.
era where it's like
Yes.
it really doesn't have anything to do with anything else. I seem to remember. Then maybe I'm remembering this wrong, but I seem to remember people thinking that Silver Surfer was like genuinely a really fucking good movie. I might be wrong there. Hang on, I'm going to look up.
Look it up, but I only remember that people were like saying that it's so bad that I'm like, I just remember being like, yeah, I love you, Chris. I do love you, Chris. By the way, wink, wink. But I was like, nope. Mm-mm. No, I can't. I saw bits and pieces when it was on TV.
Apparently, I'm wrong. It's got 37% on Rotten Tomatoes.
And then the new one, when the new one's trailer came out, I was like really excited because if I remember correctly, I might be not remembering correctly, one of the main characters is Michael B. Jordan in there, who I adore.
You and my mum really need to have a conversation.
Oh, 100%. I love your mum. You know that, Mom. I love you.
My mother also very much loves Michael B. Jordan.
I love.
I bought her both. I bought her both DVDs. A little box set for Creed because I was like, I know she's seen both of these, but I figured she might enjoy having.
Yeah, I like that. But you know, I was thinking about it, and then it came out that it was like it started off at 20% on Rotten Tomatoes, calling it.
Oh yeah, that one I heard was awful.
So I've never watched that one either.
No, I read an interview with the director of that movie who basically had kind of an uphill battle with it. It was one of those things where it never turned into what he wanted it to be.
Yes.
Like he had so many ideas, and I think they all got kind of battered around and then minimized and destroyed. Essentially, it was meant to be like sort of a career-defining thing, and it really crashed and burned for him a little bit, which was a shame. But I think he went on to do other quite interesting things.
Yes.
I don't remember what he went on to do after that, because I mean, I think it actually actively killed his career a bit. Like he didn't do anything for a couple of years after that.
Not surprised though. I'm not surprised. I've never watched it, so I'm just gonna state that. So I don't really know how that movie is. But you know, the other stuff in there.
Oh right, that's right.
What is it?
I was trying to remember what he was doing after that. He's done Capone now, which is the movie about Al Capone and his sort of waning years. Which has Tom Hardy in it.
Yes. But it wasn't. It wasn't a good movie either, was it? Now.
What, Capone?
Did it came out?
I don't think it's not out yet, is it?
I think it's out and it had horrible reviews, but I might be remembering something else.
40%.
I remember correctly.
It's because he did Chronicle, and that was kind of like.
Oh yes, that was his big thing, wasn't it?
It was his big thing, and then he got Fantastic Four, and it kind of.
Oh yes, and that is
it
just
sort of killed him, and then he's gone on to do Capone, which it seems to have done fine.
Alrightish. But you know, the other two things that we have to mention is one that I am very excited about. Said it so many times. Eternals is coming out this year, yes. 2021. I was a bit disappointed that we didn't get a trailer because this is something that they already finished shooting, and it's already in post-production. So
I think they're waiting to, especially now, considering the state of the world. I don't think they want to start bringing out stuff until they know for sure that they're going to be able to bring things out in the cinema properly.
Yeah, but they did announce that Black Widow is coming to the cinemas still.
Yes,
so it's...
they also announced that Black Widow is very decidedly a prequel.
Yeah, I saw.
And I'm like...
I still feel like they are misleading us. I
think it's going to be a little bit like...
I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna say
we will see.
We will see. You never know with Marvel. Like they misled us before, so it can still happen. But
what, you mean with the entirety of the press around Far From Home, when they were like, Mysterio's a good guy now, and we were like, no, nobody believes you.
Well, yes. And other things as well, but and then the third thing is it's been heavily covered, and obviously it's something that I am very excited about, and that's Spider-Man 3. And I know a lot of people make fun of the fact that they announced new cast members in there, but I don't give a
Half
shit.
of those aren't confirmed.
Yes,
That's my thing.
That's,
I won't believe any of it until I see it. Like, the only one that I believe and am sure of as being a thing is Doc Ock. That's the only one that's been announced
Jamie Foxx.
through the Hollywood. And Jamie Foxx. That was a little while ago.
He was the first one who was announced. Jamie Foxx, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock.
Yeah, those are the only two that I've seen come out, at least through the Hollywood Reporter, and that's kind of where I will not believe any casting news until I hear it through a source like Variety or the Hollywood Reporter, or specifically from Marvel themselves. Like, other than that, I'm like, if you like, oh, it's like all the information about, like, supposedly Tobey Maguire's coming back, and so it's like X, Y, and all of these people, even the news about, like, supposedly Daredevil's going to be in it, not believing it until I see empirical proof from Marvel themselves. Like, because just the number of times, like, a casting rumor will get out and people were like, this is a real thing. I'm like, is it though? Has Sony said anything? Has Marvel said anything? It's not a real thing until it says it's been announced from the studio themselves. Because it was like months ago when people were like, oh, Tom Hardy's been announced as new James Bond. No, he hasn't. They haven't said anything. It was just as somebody reported it and people picked it up, and you have to just be very specific about these things.
That one was a lot more like, that was definitely something that I didn't believe either. But these ones are just like, it makes sense since we know that,
but they're not confirmed, and which is why I will not speculate on them properly until they are actively confirmed.
I think that Andrew Garfield, Kristen Dunst, and also Emma Stone has been confirmed. Yeah,
I don't think so. Not,
I think
like,
they were
from an official source. I haven't heard. Marvel have said nothing about them.
Well, check it, but I feel like that it was like
I'm
confirmed.
fairly certain they haven't officially announced.
But maybe at this point, when this is going to release, it's already
maybe I will be completely wrong at this point, but I don't think there's been a very, like, yeah, I just think that there's a lot of information that has not been confirmed from reputable sources.
What I'm trying to get at is that I see a lot of salty people. I had an argument with some of them, being like, oh, they are putting too many things in Spider-Man 3, and I'm like, have you watched Marvel movies? Have you watched Civil War, or Thor, or Infinity War, or Endgame, or things like that? And we are definitely stepping into the multiverse. It's confirmed. So why is it impossible that it's going to be a good movie, even if it has a really extended cast? I don't get you. And
I understand the worry that people have that they conflate the cast too much, and they're like, look at how many. It's that kind of like fan service thing that they could fall into the trap of, where they're like, look at how many things we can shove into this movie for the sake of having them.
But we don't know how they're going to do it.
We don't know. I'm not saying that that's exactly what's going to happen, but I can understand why people could be hesitant about it. Where you go, this could end up bad, but it could also end up incredibly good.
Yeah, but so what I read so far, it was like, oh my god, this is going to be so bad because they are putting in so much stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the instant negativity is a bit like, all right, put that away.
Yeah, like put it away. Why are you so judgmental? We didn't see anything yet. We don't know what this movie is going to be about. If Toby and Andrew are truly going to be in it, it might just be a cameo. Have you ever thought about that? We don't know what the story is. We only know for 100% that Doctor Strange is going to be in there. We only know for 100% that Jamie Foxx and Alfred Molina were confirmed. So that opens up the possibility that all this news was also probably true or going to be true, that, we're going to get the other two Spider-Mans as well. And there were reports that, there's probably a casting for Miles Morales as well out there. So we don't know. We don't know. Why are we judging something that didn't even come out?
We don't know anything. Really, we really don't know anything.
So I'm like, I just don't get people like, is it good to be negative? Like instantly, like, oh my god, it's gonna be.
Well, I understand that there is a fine line when it comes to these things where it's like, you don't hype yourself up so much that you ruin the thing before it comes out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, but you also don't just shit on it to the point where it's like it's like there's no point in being anything about anything. It's like the whole hype culture is kind of can be very dangerous, especially
Yes.
for filmmakers, because then people have expectations, and then suddenly
Mhm.
the studios feel obligated to fill those expectations, and
Yes.
that's how you get a movie like Rise of Skywalker.
Let's not go there, please, Katie. I just don't want to. I don't want to go there.
Not again.
Not again. It's
But yeah, when I'm looking at the Wikipedia page, there's mentions of like supposedly. There's no actual confirmations about like, but there's like mentions of supposedly Kirsten Dunst is meant to be reprising her role as Mary Jane Watson, and you know, Andrew Garfield. There's nothing that says like these people have been confirmed to say that they're going to be filming. So it's
Well,
like they might be there. They
might
very
be
well
there.
may be, but
Yeah.
and I will be thrilled if that is the case.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I will
100%.
not believe anything until I see proof.
We will see. It's still very much in the future at this point, so we do not know. What I
When's this movie
would
meant to come out?
next year.
Something just
This year. Sorry.
Oh,
I keep
December.
forgetting. It's
Okay,
December.
right at the end of so actually from today, because it's of the day filming this, I mean, it's set to be released on December 17th, 2021. So literally a year today.
Yeah. There you go. After my birthday. See? It's a gift for me. I take it.
A gift.
I'll take it. I just as I said in one of my comments, because I don't like to get into these arguments because it's pointless if we are completely fair. I even said it in one of my comments. But the one thing that I said, that at this point, it can be bad and it can be good as well. We don't know shit.
Don't know anything.
Nothing. So why are we judging immediately? I do not get it. I am excited for it. I love Spider-Man. I love Tom Holland. I love what MCU did with it. I love the other Spider-Mans as well. So I'm just excited. That's it.
They have to round everything off with Spider-Man in this movie, which is the interesting part, because obviously Sony were like, you get one more.
Yeah, but even that can still change. I'm at that point that I feel like that it can change. We don't know.
Well, yeah, it's a weird one, because Disney basically going around being like, what if I just buy you? And then and Sony are kind of the only ones that have been like, no, you don't get to buy us. Spider-Man's ours.
For now. But
I mean, they really can't, because at a certain point they would be like, okay, so Disney's now a monopoly. Good.
I wouldn't.
Monopolies are bad, Lily.
Fine. I still wouldn't mind it.
We can't have Disney owning the entire film industry. It's not good. It breeds no creativity.
Fine.
It's not.
I still wouldn't mind. Oh my god. This is me stepping on Katie's nerves. I'm sorry. But anyway,
politics is coming out now.
Yeah. No, we're not gonna go there. We'll see. I am very excited for all this announcement. I'm not gonna lie. There's only like a few that I don't care about in there, and other than that, I'm like, I'm just gonna watch Disney Plus all the time.
Yeah,
that's it. It's fine. But anyway, so this wasn't our topic for today, but I knew that we're gonna.
I feel like we've kind of. It's kind of the episode now. I feel like if we went on to something else, it would be like we won't have enough time to go into it properly.
Yeah, no. We're gonna just do that episode at another point. So we're just gonna stick to the Disney stuff at this point, and go back to a few things that maybe we are excited about or looking forward to. And then we're just gonna have that topic at another time. What I would go back to is a bit more about Star Wars stuff, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Because we just mentioned it and we didn't really talk about it, but that Kenobi series is something that I am like, I at this point I was already hyped for it, because I truly believe that Ewan McGregor was the perfect choice for Kenobi and the best thing that happened in the prequels.
Yeah.
But the surprising part in there was the announcement of Hayden Christensen coming back as Darth Vader. I was like, I wasn't prepared for this. I clearly wasn't. But what I was thinking about is that's fine. But are we gonna see him as Anakin in flashbacks, or
I don't know what it's going to be. It's we don't really know much about what this series is meant to be, which is the sort of fascinating thing about it.
right?
Because I don't know. I haven't done any specific reading about it, but I don't think we really know what the premise of the series is. Other than it's based around Obi-Wan.
I think it's if I remember correctly, but you might be able to check it. It plays 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith. I'm not 100% sure, but for some reason it's in the back of my mind that it said something like that. So it's there's a really good book. I didn't read many Star Wars books. I read a few, but this was one of them. There's a Kenobi book. And he had some pretty good adventures in there. I don't know if they're going to touch on it or if they're going to use that book as a source. But maybe it'd be interesting to see that manifest on our screens. But it's also, if it plays 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, there's someone else that can potentially come back, and I am very excited for that one. It can be Darth Maul. Just saying, because at that point,
really excited.
He's not dead at that point, so I'm like,
I'll say that the Obi-Wan Kenobi IMDb page literally just says "plot undisclosed."
Oh,
so who knows? It just says standalone spin-off feature from Star Wars franchise centering on Obi-Wan Kenobi. Literally, the only information is that Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor are in it. There is no other information on this IMDb page. Like, don't know any other cast. There's just sort of the title card that they put up.
Yeah,
and that's it.
That's it.
That's the only information that's there.
Because when they put it on Twitter, I just remember seeing something about it's 10 years after. Might be wrong. I'm not 100% sure on this one. But either way, like seeing both of these characters again in live action, because obviously we saw both of them in the animated series as well, and video games and whatnot. But Darth Vader is one of the greatest characters ever created for a movie. I'm just gonna say it. I really.
I mean,
really
he's iconic. As I get that.
Yeah. And I am happy that Hayden Christensen is going to get another chance to do this because I think he was treated very harshly around the time.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. The prequels came out. Like,
I mean, him. I don't remember his name, but the gentleman who did the voice for Jar Jar also got a lot of abuse from people because they hated him completely, which just fucking.
But it's what people do, and I am so sad that it happened to Kelly Mary Tran as well. When she played Rose Tico in
that was racism pure and simple right there.
Yeah, that's like like I always say this, and a lot of people might throw rocks at me at this point, but I don't care. I love Star Wars, and I really really love what they are doing, but I would never be a part of the Star Wars community because it can be really toxic.
Oh God, no, Jesus!
It's like no, it's like
I think that's part of the reason why I have kind of an aversion to getting into it. As well, because it's that. I mean, it's that thing of just any kind of fandom-esque thing that has a lot of lore, and it's like every time you have to have a conversation with somebody who knows all of that lore, it's like you're trying to prove yourself to them, which is a load of horseshit, and I hate like vehemently. So, and I just don't care enough about the minutia of it to be somebody who would I want to be able to enjoy it on like on a movie level and like on a production level
as well.
Yeah, I guess on a personal level as well. I don't care about knowing every single piece of like tiny bits of lore. It's never been like a hyperfixation of mine or anything like that. I like to enjoy it as what it is. in my way that I enjoy that sort of thing. I just get I get the same thing with Lord of the Rings. You know, there's so much lore.
Yes.
Can't be bothered. I just want to appreciate like what the story is, and I want to appreciate who the characters are, and that's kind of the extent of my caring when it comes to that sort of thing. So I find it very difficult to get into things when they have that kind of depth of like a well of knowledge attached to them, because there is just such a culture around knowing it, and when you know it, then you're better than other people, and it's like, oh, fuck
and
off.
it's like, yeah, right? It's like, come on now. Like, I had, it was funny because it was my first Comic-Con as well, and I got into an argument with one of these people. Who was like, you know, like, he basically told me that I cannot be a Star Wars fan if I don't know this and that. And I was like, that's not how it works.
No.
Like, you know, like, I love Star Wars, yeah, right? Like, I have, that's a Star Wars book right there, and I have 3 others that the exact same size. I read all of them. I read the comics, I played all the games, I watched all the TV shows, everything. And still, I wouldn't claim that I know everything about it, and I don't think it's a necessity for me to know everything about Star Wars, even though I fucking love it, and I think it's brilliant. And I just, you know, like, you can't say shit like that. Like, why am I not a Star Wars fan if I don't know this tiny bit of information in there?
Yeah.
Why? Just,
it's like it's like, according to these people, it's like, I'm not a Star Wars fan because I have never read any of the books, or I have never watched any of the like other series outside of it. I'm like, yeah, okay. I don't really care.
When it comes to Star Wars, I do not like the toxicity that comes into play. No. I hate how they treated Hayden, how they treated the poor actor for Jar Jar Binks, whose name I don't remember. And I'm gonna
look it up because I feel bad about not knowing it.
Yes, me too. I'm like, please check it. How they treated Callie was awful. I think she was fantastic.
How they treated John Boyega was awful.
Oh my god!
I mean, don't even rampant racism that came out when John Boyega was cast, announced as as Finn in the series was unbelievable.
It was awful. I at one point I stopped reading the news and reading the comments. I was like, nope, I don't care. I'm just gonna go in and watch this. And John Boyega was fucking amazing. I wish they, you know.
His name is Ahmed Best.
Yes, there you go.
The guy who plays,
there you go. See, now we are not real Star Wars fans because we don't know his name.
I never claimed to be a real Star Wars fan.
Well, then I am not a real Star Wars fan because I don't remember his name. I'm so sorry. I love you. I enjoy Jar Jar. You know, I just don't care about these fucking ideas and everything. And I remember that when the prequels came out, I was like 12, 14, around that time, and in my high school years. I was madly in love with Hayden Christensen. I'm like, I'm not even joking.
I think a lot of people were. Did you know he did additional voices on The Last of Us Part 2? Ahmed Best.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just looking at his Wikipedia page. That was curious because he's got credits in Fallout 76. He's got a lot of credits to do with Star Wars stuff. It seems like he's come back and done a lot of
yes.
stuff.
I think he voiced Jar Jar in the Clone Wars as well.
Yes, I think I did just see that.
Okay.
Television. It was in an episode of Cougar Town.
There you go.
Which is actually a show that I loved when it was on.
There you go.
I can't. No, he did a lot of Robot Chicken stuff to do with them.
Oh yes.
That was.
Yes.
But yeah, he's kept himself busy.
100%. But yeah, I don't like that side of the whole. That's why I'm never going to be part of that community. I'm just going to be out of it, and I enjoy Star Wars as it is. And I obviously have people like my friend Elliot. Check out his channel, Hakuna Matata. I will put the link down in the description.
We've had him on the podcast before, where we actually did talk about Star Wars in a lot of depth. So you should go listen to that.
Yep, he's a master of all things Star Wars. Lovely, a wonderful friend. And you know, I love how Star Wars is getting more diverse as well. I think especially with the new stuff coming in, it's getting a much wider perspective, which I love. And there's actually going to be a TV series with Diego Luna. Which got the
I think
title.
I did. I vaguely remember information coming out about that.
Yes, I will find it.
I do like Diego Luna.
I
He's
love
good.
Diego.
I'm getting there. I'm gonna get there first.
No, I'm gonna get there first. Andor.
Andor.
There you go. Which is gonna be about his character from Rogue One, and Rogue One just had the 4th year anniversary, and everyone is saying that it's the best Star Wars film that Disney made, and I have to agree. I fucking love Rogue One, and I talked about it a lot, but Rogue One is just,
again, in the episode that we talked about Star Wars, which you can listen to on various podcast platforms. It was before we recorded these things with our faces.
Indeed. It would have given to the experience to see us in, go first, but it's still a very good one. And we will probably invite Elliot back because he's really fun. He's really, really fun. So I am excited about all the Star Wars stuff. That's 100%. And especially when it comes to the movies, I cannot wait to see what Taika Waititi is going to do with it. Honestly, like
oh man, just because I remember a little while ago, it was the news was that the guys who made Game of Thrones were getting like a 3-movie deal with Lucasfilm, and then the joy was that they dropped that and they went to go work for Netflix instead. So it seems like with that hole that they had, they're giving it to Taika Waititi, which is a far better choice.
I mean, it's okay. Just to quickly get in there. So basically, what happened is those two idiots. I am sorry. I do not have any respect for you because you rushed Game of Thrones because of this whole Star Wars deal, which didn't even happen in the end.
Nope.
And that's why you fucked up Game of Thrones. I'm just gonna put it out there, and I will never forget that and never forgive that for you guys. That it's just. Why didn't you give it to someone else to do Game of Thrones then? If you were so excited about Star Wars, which you're not gonna do at this point, I am very surprised that Netflix picked them up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like,
well, business-wise, they still created one of the most popular series.
Yeah,
that
they
time.
Fucked up.
They fucked it up, but it was still. There was still a good chunk of it that people were invested in, and there was a still good chunk of people who liked the ending. So it's like it's not a stupid business decision on Netflix.
It's not. I know. I'm just salty.
Oh yeah, I get it. But
I'm just very salty about this. I'm not gonna lie.
I understand.
Thank you. But it's like the good thing that came out of it is definitely the involvement of Taika now officially, because it was something that was rumored that he would get a Star Wars movie as well, and he did direct Chapter 8 of The Mandalorian, which already showed that he's gonna do good.
I'd be interested to see if they're going to give anything more to Bryce Dallas Howard, who has been doing quite a lot for The Mandalorian.
Hopefully.
And seems to understand the universe a lot better than like a lot of people.
Yes.
She's been doing a phenomenal job. I remember being quite surprised when I saw her name come up. I was like, I didn't know that.
Me too.
She directed.
Me too. I was like,
she's phenomenal.
Is that? Oh, it's
Bryce Dallas Howard, who looks very similar to Jessica Chastain.
Oh my god, so similar. It's like the two of them are clones. Zooey Deschanel and Katy Perry are clones. I'm just gonna put this out there.
They've both got those big eyes.
If you put a picture next to each other, it's the same person. No one can convince me otherwise. I'm like,
here's the difference. I like Zooey Deschanel, but I don't really like Katy Perry.
Fair. I'm the other way around. I like Katy Perry and I don't really like Zoe, so I'm sorry. See? And then who else is very, very similar? And there's one more. Oh, Margot Robbie and Jamie King. Jamie King? I think her name is Jamie King. I always get it.
I don't know Jamie King, but there's Emma Mackey who plays...
Emma Mackey as well, yeah.
Maeve in Sex Education. I remember seeing her and being like, she's just a dead ringer for Margot Robbie.
I'm gonna put Jamie King's picture up in here because she looks like Margot. They are clones. It's the clone factory in Hollywood. I'm just gonna say it. And I just dropped my phone.
It's fine.
It's fine. But where were we? What we were talking about?
We kind of ended a thought. I'm going to be honest. We were just talking about how Bryce Dallas Howard was doing a great job with Star Wars.
That's right.
And she is.
She is. We love Bryce. I cannot wait for Jurassic World 3. I'm just going to put it out there.
just sorry. I'm just wondering what the hell this piece of hair is doing because I can't really get it to do anything.
It's getting
helpful.
Stylish. I'm like I now realize that I should have got a little bit more of my fringe.
I was going to say, you're kind of getting blinded a little bit by your fringe.
It's poking my eye. It's really bad.
Just go go back and cut it a little bit more.
Maybe it's not enough curl in here, but oh well. I did just before we recorded this episode, I finished editing Pagan's episode that you guys already seen.
You have already seen, yes.
Yeah, and you know, it was so fun to do that piece where we are talking about hair for like 5 minutes straight onwards because Pagan has beautiful long hair, and it just became.
We started the episode with that. I knew because after the episode ended, we then spent another like half an hour talking about hair.
Yes, hair was very important that day. Like Pagan has beautiful hair. Like, come on.
Yeah, she does.
And I did a little funny caption in there that this segment of the podcast was not sponsored by L'Oreal. I needed to. And I had so much fun editing that episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I can say it now. I keep have to remember that we time travel.
I'm pretty sure like a good half an hour of that episode is you two just arguing about Zack Snyder and me just sitting there going,
yes. You at one point you were like,
I feel like I attempted to look into the camera a couple of times, but I don't know if I. I'm just like, I have nothing to add to this conversation.
You went like completely silent. It was excellent, and we were just like, "Oh my god, how can you even say that?" Oh Jesus Christ! I really enjoyed that episode. It was really fun. I think one more thing. I want to go back to Alien.
Yeah.
Because
yes,
I love Alien, and you have to watch Alien. I have to remind you that you only see
I've
the
seen
first
Alien
one.
now. I just haven't seen Aliens.
And then Alien 3 and Alien 4. You have to watch all the Sigourney Weaver stuff, please. Please. I ask you really kindly to watch it. Because we love Sigourney.
I have Aliens now. I did buy it. It's on my shelf.
This is my... there it is. Aliens book. It's a set photography and it's beautiful and I love it. I
learned a little bit about Alien 3 the other day because I was listening to Kermit and Film did a 2-part thing where they ranked Fincher films and they talked about how Alien 3 basically was just not what anybody wanted it to be. It was apparently like a mess of a production. And I was like, oh, that's fascinating. I didn't realize that it was kind of bad because of production stuff. I had no idea that it was all sort of production issues that it kind of really fucked that movie up completely, which was fascinating because I have always wondered how Fincher came out starting his career with like a movie that is generally quite panned, because then he went on to make 7 and it's like, okay, this is a leap, but it remains the only feature Fincher film I haven't seen, so I should probably watch it for just that.
You have to get
nothing
there.
Else.
I'm gonna say that
I say that I haven't seen Mank yet either, and that's out now.
Me neither. I have to get around to watch that. But I am in my holiday movies session, so it's a good excuse.
I'm still listening to The West Wing.
There you go. Katie is still in the West Wing world, and we're going to talk about
I finished
West Wing
The West Wing.
Yes,
to be fair, I did finish The West Wing. I'm just now listening to The West Wing weekly.
That's fair enough. Let's be honest. But when it comes to Alien, especially the original series with Sigourney Weaver, I am very biased because I just love Sigourney as Ellen Ripley. She was one of the first really strong female leads, and she just did an excellent job, and that's why I want that Neil Blomkamp movie happen with her, and I am still hoping Disney, if you listen, please do it. And the thing that I will say about Alien 3 is I do agree that it's definitely a lot weaker than the first two were, and it has a very different vibe to it as well. I wouldn't say it's a bad vibe, or it makes the movie horrible or unwatchable, because if I do my and it's not an if, it's a when I do my yearly rewatch of the Alien franchise, I still enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's not as great as the first two, but it's still, it's Ripley, it's Alien, which, I'm just gonna put it out there that it was made much later than the first two, and the CGI just sucks big time. And the big mistake that they did there is that they didn't use practical effects as much. That they were more, relying on the whole CGI stuff. And it was like, oh shit, it just looks really bad. But I still enjoy that movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, I did, because what I knew about it was that people hated Alien 3. That was the only thing I had heard.
Yeah.
For a long time. So this listening to Mark Homer, because Mark Homer is a big fan of Alien. He's talked a lot about it and everything. I would recommend specifically you go and listen to the episode, actually, because he has a lot to say on it. But he kind of broke it down in that it was like they had a lot of really good ideas, but like things got messed up, and certain ideas got shot down by certain people, and it seemed like a whole lot of a mess of a sort of production, and it really kind of balls in the air sort of thing. So it ended up not being what anybody really wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Which makes sense to me. It was like, it's one of those things where I go, oh, okay, this now, like, these bits of information I know about Fincher and all that sort of stuff, everything kind of cohesed into something that made sense for the first time, I think. So I would definitely recommend listening to that. I mean, good podcast anyway, because I'm
I will just send it to me, and then I will listen to it.
I'll do that.
So yeah, but altogether, I think we can close off this unplanned Disney episode.
yeah
with just saying that on my part, I can safely say that I am very excited to see everything that was announced, and I truly mean everything, other than 3 titles in there, I think, or 4. I'm just excited for this stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of very, very exciting things on the horizon for Disney, which really came along and was like, here's all the stuff we're working on. Like, oh wow, okay. Let me just unpack this for a minute. I was worried when the information started coming out, where they were like, we've got 10 new Star Wars things coming out, we've got 10 new MCU things coming out. I was like, Jesus Christ, calm down. There is this part of me that's just like, I need you to just sort of, I understand that you want to make as much stuff as possible, but there's a part of me that really wants you to just bring it back a little bit, just a little bit, like less stuff, better stuff.
Yes.
That's where I get a bit. I worry in that sense that they've got a lot of things going on, like a lot of plates spinning and all that sort of stuff.
I mean, it's once again that situation that it can either go really well or bad, or whatever.
There's going to be some stuff in there that's going to come out, and we're going to be like, well, that was bad. Probably.
It's a high. Well, it would be surprising if everything that comes out is going to be excellent.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like, it's also not a possibility that everything that comes out is going to suck and it's going to be.
No,
horrible.
Absolutely. There's going to be some stuff in there that's going to blow us away, as there always is. I think the next thing that's coming out for Disney, imminently is Soul, which I'm very, very excited for.
I am
so
excited for that one.
We are almost there. In the vein of Inside Out, which is a movie I don't think I could watch again because it made me cry so much the first time I saw it.
Yep. Bing bong.
Oh, ouch.
Bing bong.
But it's not even. Have I told you my actual response to that movie? Because I was never Bing Bong that really got me in that movie.
Oh, what was it?
It's the scene when you see Riley finally break down about the fact that she's had to have moved house and she's feeling it.
Don't.
Like, I can't do it because that's too real. That's too real for me.
It is too real. That's
too real. Because I remember after that movie came out and everybody was talking about Bing Bong, I was like, did you not see the same scene I did?
Oh my
Like
god.
that is the bit that got me. I once there's another small little shout out to a YouTube channel that I love quite a lot, which is Lessons from the Screenplay.
Oh, I love
which
that one
did
as well. Yes.
they did an essay about how Inside Out kind of pulls on your heartstrings basically, and they just showed clips from it, and I was just immediately crying.
Yeah.
Like I can't watch it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. It's like Toy Story 3. I can't watch Toy Story 3 again. I haven't seen it since I saw it in cinema. That was too emotional of an experience. I don't think I could go back to it.
Oh no. Oh no.
I have a lot of very good memories of watching that movie, and I don't think I could go back and do it again.
Fair. That's fair enough.
Maybe I could, but like it's not one that I've been like, I'm just gonna watch Toy Story 3 because this is a good idea.
I did just watch it like a couple of weeks ago, and it's still amazing. But yes, like Bing Bong was the first thing that broke me down in Inside Out, because it hit home. I had an imaginary friend as well.
Yeah, I think that was the thing. The reason I didn't have an imaginary friend so much. I had a tendency to talk to myself, and I still do. But I didn't have like an actual like constructed imaginary friend. I had characters from stuff that I watched that I would kind of, be invested in or not. But I didn't really have like an imaginary friend. I talked to my teddies, really, if anything.
Do you want to know who was my imaginary friend? Because it was a real person who's still alive and breathing. It was Tom Hanks for me.
Oh, that's adorable.
It was Tom Hanks was my imaginary friend, and I still have memories of just, having very, very realistic dreams of talking to Tom Hanks about stuff.
I love that. That's very sweet.
That's, oh my god, that's why I adore him on another level that I adore anyone else. It's like, I love you, Tom Hanks.
It's that kind of thing of like, despite the fact that we have never met, you are my person.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why when the Bing Bong part came on, I was like, oof, I can't. But what murdered me was the breakdown scene. That
I don't know if I told you about this, but I moved house from like the house I really grew up in. I moved house a couple of times in my life, but we moved house when I was like 3 to a different house, and then that house was kind of like my childhood home, and we moved down to where I live now when I was about 10, which I don't know, 10 is it was that is a very important period in your life. And it was like I moved from a place that was very familiar to a place that was completely unfamiliar, and it really fucked with me for a long time as a kid. It took me a while to kind of settle into this new place, so watching that was just like, oh, I still feel these feelings. Yeah,
Pixar
is still familiar to me.
They are excellent at storytelling, and there's a reason why their movies are so good. And it's because they let their creators do their stuff and tell their own experiences a lot of times, like Onward did, for example, or my personal favorite, Coco, was something that it's gonna live with me forever, and that's why I am looking forward to Soul, and I am 100% sure that we're gonna fucking cry.
Definitely gonna cry
so much.
So much.
So and the cast is just unreal. It's like Jamie Foxx, Tina Fey. Come on, and then even more people in there that I cannot remember now, and I apologize. But
I honestly, I only know specifically Jamie Foxx is in that movie.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know much else about it. I've seen the trailer a fair few times because it kept playing whilst I was watching stuff. But we'll probably end up getting that on Christmas Day and end up watching it.
It's coming. It's coming. And next time we will probably talk about that and Wonder Woman, because that's also coming at the same time.
Yeah, I might make an effort to go see Wonder Woman in cinema.
You try?
I might try. Yeah. I've been a bit reticent to because the world, but my local cinema is open. They've actually got a new screen with like brand new gigantic seats. They've called it Lounge, and I bought a membership because I love my local cinema very dearly. And I'm like, I might I might.
That would be awesome because our cinemas are all closed indefinitely, so I won't be able to see it in the cinema.
It's like it's an independent local cinema, so it's like
Ours as well, but
being able to
ours as well.
after it
But
would be
here in Hungary, the restrictions are so harsh that they were like no cinema can be open. So
well, yeah, I mean, really, if we're being honest, we should probably keep most things closed still.
yeah,
But right. I think we need to
wrap it
wrap
up.
this up.
Yes,
Alice.
yes. It was a fun talk. I really enjoyed this.
Yes, it was good. I'm glad that we kind of just decided to keep going with this because we got a lot of stuff out of it.
100%. And then, guys, I think we are still at the point where we have to say, take care.
Yes.
Wear your masks.
Yep.
Keep that social distance. It's not that hard. And then just stay safe.
Yep. Look after yourselves.
Yeah.
I imagine that obviously this is going up after Christmas, so
yeah,
look after yourselves in going into the new
yes.
year, and positive attitudes, bright eyes, full hearts. That's the whole thing from Friday Night Lights, isn't it?
Indeed. And don't be judgmental until you see the thing. That's the last bit I will say. And we love you all, and thank you for all your support. You've been nothing but kind to us so far. So.
Yes, we've been very appreciative of all of the love that we have gotten from people. I should give a shout out to my mum and my uncle.
Oh my god, yes. Also, I want to say I love Katie's family, and I will come and visit soon.
Yeah, please do.
Oh, 100%. Once this whole mess is all cleared up, I'm coming. But yeah, we love you guys, and take care of yourselves.
Just love everybody.
Bye.
Bye.